it's Rachel. Welcome to another video. Today I am going to show you all of the crystals I got when we went to the mountains. We took a little trip recently, took some time to unplug and enjoy the energy of the mountains. We went somewhere where we were surrounded by vineyards and waterfalls and crystal mining, and it's just such a different energy than what I'm used to living at the beach. And don't get me wrong, I love the beach. I don't know if I could ever live somewhere where I felt like I was landlocked. I think I would feel really claustrophobic. But that's not to say that I don't really enjoy the energy and the vibe of the mountains, because I really do. There's something just like grounding and calming and magical about it. So while I was there, I hit up every crystal shop, gift shop, everything that I could, and we actually did some gem mining, but it was the kind where you go to a place and they have just big buckets of sand and crystals for you to sift through. It wasn't like a real mine where you take picks and actually go crystal digging. However, that is on my list of things to do this fall. There is a mine a few-ish hours away from me, and it's the kind where you go and you take tools and you're out in a field and you're just finding stuff. So that's real crystal mining. But if you guys are interested, I can do a video and show you all the rocks I got while we went like crystal panning, mining. It was actually pretty cool. But yeah, I found a lot of crystals in shops, and some of my best finds were in gift shops where the people didn't actually know what they were selling. And if you know a little bit about crystals and you go somewhere where they're selling crystals where they don't know a lot about them, like a thrift store. One of my friends just found a really cool rock at a thrift store the other day and rescued it. Or like gift shops, souvenir shops, things like that. Sometimes you can find a really cool crystal that's really inexpensive and they don't know what it is, and that's why it's really inexpensive, but in real life it's very expensive. Okay, so I'll start with that crystal. This, let me just show it to you. This was sold to me as a smoky quartz point. Now, I need to make sure you can see this. You guys, this thing is full of golden rutile. This is a rutilated quartz. I don't know, prices are all over the place, depending on where you are, if you're buying online, the quality of the piece, blah, blah, blah. However, as a reference, pieces, little towers like this I have seen with rutilated quartz in them are about $100, give or take. This one has a lot of rutile in it. It's not just like one piece in there, it's a lot. And I paid $8.50 for this smoky quartz. Like, what? I was so excited I couldn't even like function. And this was just like a little souvenir gift shop where they had everything. They had like, you know, like woven blankets and wind chimes and shirts with like the town name on them and just random gift shop stuff. But they had a really decent like crystal section, and I got some nice stuff there, okay? And all of it was really inexpensive. But I mean, this is the most impressive one for sure. This, and also, you guys, I don't have a lot of rutilated quartz. Look how excited I'm getting, I can't even speak. I don't have a lot of rutilated quartz. I have a few tumbled pieces that are beautiful. I love the energy of it. I think it's really powerful, and I've always wanted a bigger piece. And I have looked at towers this size and a little bit smaller for a long time, but it's such an investment that I wanted to make sure I got like the perfect one. And then this just showed up, and it's just, oh, it's so cool. And So it also has like these really cool lines and rainbows in it, and I feel like there's like hematite inclusions in this. I mean, it's just really, really gorgeous. And it's so hard for me when I'm videoing to see if you can see how beautiful it is, but there's like a whole world in here you could get lost in, and it's just so nice. So this is the first crystal I got in the mountains, and if this was all I got, like, what a week, right? But it's not all I got. So from that same shop, I got this. This is a lovely piece of Chrysocolla. And as you can see, it is quite nice in size. Chrysocolla is beautiful, and it is one of the first stones that I started wearing around. When I was very first getting into crystals, I ordered some beads online and made a necklace of Chrysocolla, and I would wear it around every once in a while. I didn't know a ton about crystals, and I remember being so like concerned and confused because they would get so hot when I was wearing them, and I'm just like, what is going on? This necklace is like gonna burn me. It's so hot. Since then, I haven't worked with Chrysocolla a lot. I haven't gotten a lot of it. However, in one of my last, was it my last one? In my last crystal haul video, I showed you my new piece of malachite and Chrysocolla mixed, and I was so excited to get it, and I was feeling so drawn to it. Man, this like really matches the painting back there, doesn't it? They both do, which is kind of crazy. But so it's just recently again that I've been kind of drawn to it. And I love this piece, but it really is much more malachite than Chrysocolla. This is just pure Chrysocolla. It's a really nice big piece. I don't even want to tell you what I paid for this. It was so inexpensive. It was under $10. No, I think it was like $11 or $12. I don't know if you need to know that, but Chrysocolla in itself isn't super expensive. However, this is a really nice big piece. He looks like water and moss, and so it kind of just like also reminds me of the trip because of all the waterfalls we went to and all of the rocks covered in moss and everything. The cabin we stayed in, like all the trees surrounding us had like moss on them. It was so beautiful. Okay, so from that same store, I got this beautiful but delicate piece of black tourmaline. Now, this is black tourmaline that has a lot of matrix on it still. It has a lot of mica mixed into it. If you can see the like shiny bits, that's mica. And there's also some like a little bit of like pinky purple tinge, which might be lepidolite, mica, tourmaline. They all kind of grow together sometimes. I even feel like it's very delicate. It keeps kind of like crumbling and breaking, but so I don't want to handle it too much, but I can see these tiny little like brighter, richer pink specks on the tourmaline, and I'm even wondering if there's some pink tourmaline in here. And it's just it's so tiny, this little piece right here, but there's just like so many beautiful colors, and it looks like this like gothic tower in a way. I saw this thing, and you guys, I had to have it. It's like my slogan. I feel like I should put that on a t-shirt. I just had to have it. If you guys only knew like how long I spend sometimes like gazing at these crystals that I just have to edit out of the videos because otherwise they would be hours long. I get sucked in and I can't put them down. And I believe this is the last piece that I got at this shop, and it is a large, beautiful piece of blue calcite. I mean, look at this thing. I have blue calcite. I think they're all in one little dish out there, so I don't have any next to me, but They're like this big, not this big. They're like maybe a third of the size of this. And again, this was super affordable. It was really exciting. I like shopping at gift shops for crystals might be one of my new favorite things, just seeing like what kind of awesome deals I can get. It's amazing. Ugh. Calcite, all calcite is just so nice. And it's so it's good for so many things, and it's just so beautiful, and I feel like you can kind of find calcite everywhere, and so a lot of people overlook it, but it's so nice. I don't even know what else to say about it. It's just like I'm also wondering if I need to like work on my throat chakra because I've picked up so many blue stones. Just take in the soothing energies. I think that's the last one I got at that shop. And it was, I think, the second shop that I got some crystals at. The first one was just more of a smaller, it was like the general store in town. So it was a lot of like, you know, again, like merchandise with like the name of the town on it, or like whole shelves of like jellies and hot sauces, you know, like that kind of store. Like bins of rock candy type of thing. But they did have a nice little selection of crystals. And a lot of them were just like little touristy mixed bins of dyed crackle quartz and things like that. But I found a couple little things that I picked up. They're not as exciting as the ones I just showed you. Oh my god, now I feel bad for saying that. So as I said, blue crystals, and I picked up the Chrysocolla, which is great for the throat chakra, but I also got this just little-ish piece of blue quartz, and I don't know what called me about this thing. It's not shiny or anything, but I'm sorry, I'm not trying to be mean to you. It was just like a simple, no-nonsense, healing, comforting energy, and I like the size and shape of it. It's not just a little tumbled crystal, and I also like he has all these little dots on the back of him, and they look kind of like iron or hematite or something, but it also reminded me of the dots on ocean jasper, and he was just really super inexpensive, like under $3 inexpensive. So I felt like I just wanted to bring him home with me. And I feel like when I hold him, I want to speak quieter and calmer, and he's just, like I said, like no nonsense. I don't, like wise maybe is the word I'm looking for. It's a wise energy. And the fact that he just like fits right here in my hands, and there's a good like ridge right here for like rubbing. It's a good like soothing stone also. I also got this little guy. I know this is tiny, but hear me out. This is a piece of raw septerian, and I've just never seen that before. I really like septerian. It is made out of calcite and limestone and aragonite, and I have a little heart of it that I carry around sometimes, but I just thought it was really cool to find a raw piece of it. And so I got it, and it just has a little sparkle on it, and it's really cool to see a stone that you're familiar with in a raw form for a first time. It's just so different and exciting. Can you see his little sparkle? He's just cute, and I love septerian. I love the energy. I love the way it looks, and I'm really happy that I have a rough piece now. So I do have a couple more that I bought. However, I also have some stones that I found, and I feel like I need to clean these up and see if they are anything, but I just have like a feeling. And so we were kind of like out in the wilderness, the middle of nowhere, and we did a lot of hiking. We did hiking on like some trails and stuff, but we also did hiking just like in the woods, like behind our cabin. It was kind of like straight up a hill, and we had to like hold on to trees to get up there. There was definitely no like path or anything like that, and every once in a while I would just look down and see like in the dirt something like winking at me, like shining, right? I'm pretty sure this is a piece of smoky quartz, and like I said, I just need to clean it up, but it's definitely I don't want to like say definitely, but I do want to say definitely. This is definitely has a crystalline structure of some kind. And I really think this is a piece of light smoky quartz, or it could just even be quartz. And I'll be able to tell more when I actually clean it. I'm gonna soak it and do a little scrubbing. But also on the outside of it, there's a lot of mica, like tiny little mica specks, if you can see, right there shining. And we found a lot of mica. There was this one road, it was like a forestry road that we took to get to a certain waterfall, and we're walking along and we kind of feel like we see all this broken glass in front of us. There's just all of this shiny material in the middle of this like dirt road, and I'm like, and I like lean down to look because we have Holly with us and I don't want her to like tear her little paws up, so I need to know if I need to like carry her through this huge stretch where there's all this like shiny material. And I keep looking at this rock because I haven't shown it to you yet, but I'm already talking about something else. So let me back up for 2 seconds. And this is just another thing I picked up, and I don't know if it's anything, but again, I'm gonna like soak it and scrub it and clean it. I just felt like it was something. It's probably just a little piece of quartz also. But anyways, so all this shiny substance, I finally like stopped and like got down and very carefully touched some because I really thought it was some type of like glass, and it was mica. And so I started picking it up, and I picked a lot of it up, but it's very like thin. They're like these thin, fragile sheets of mica, just pieces like this, but they were just everywhere. And it's very fragile, and it even like a piece like this, I have a whole like just a pile of it in here. But even a piece like this, like it peels apart in like hundreds of little layers. It's really cool. Yeah, so I picked some of that up. Maybe you can see on this side over here, like the little layers of. So I thought that was really cool that there was just like all this mica everywhere. Last little rock I just picked up like on the side of the road as we were going back to the cabin, I think. Which is just, I think it's just a rock with like just some mica on it, but it's so shiny. There's so much little like mica-ness on it. I picked it up too. If something winks at me, I have to give it attention. A rock, not a person. So there is one last crystal shop that I wandered into in the area. And the first thing I picked up in there is just another piece of ocean jasper. I've been very drawn to ocean jasper lately. Look at the colors in him. I did a video about my favorite crystals of the past month, and in it I talk about ocean jasper, and it's funny that this was bought in that month that I was talking about, like my favorite crystals of the month. I got this other piece of ocean jasper, and it's the first thing I picked up in the store, and it's just ocean jasper, so beautiful. I love all of it, but this one really got my attention because of the colors. Like, I just love the different shades of green, but then the little orbs are like this bright orange peach color. I just, it's so nice. I love it. See how like bright the colors are? It's just such a nice big difference in the stone. I also picked up another piece of pyrite. I feel like you can never have enough pyrite. I just love it. And this one's very like, it's a different structure than like this is another piece of my pyrite, and see how all the little pieces are just like so big. And then the crystal structure of this one is just much different. It's just much smaller, and especially on the back, much smaller and just flatter. And I just think it's cool. Pyrite is just so beautiful. I don't know. And pyrite is just, I think it's always just going to be one of my favorites. It's not something I think about having around a lot, but it's something that I always want around, if that makes any sense. I just think it's an amazing crystal. I love the energy of it. I love what it's done in my life, but also I just love things that are shiny. So all signs point to I love pyrite. I got this little wand. This is called Case Raw. And this actually came with a little embossed certificate because supposedly it's a registered trademark. Now, I don't get that. I just don't. Like, I try to wrap my head around it in so many different ways. Like, you think you found a crystal and named it. Dude, you don't have any right to put a trademark on a crystal name and then say other shops can't sell it as your name. Like, what? It's a crystal. It came from the earth. And if everyone's calling it something, that has nothing to do with you. Like, you have no right to tell people not to buy a crystal in a store that's calling it a certain name. That gets me really heated. I don't like it when other people try to tell you what to do, especially when they have no business trying to control something that is not like under their control. This is a crystal from the earth. You did not create this. What are you doing? Anyways, I have an embossed certificate here and I'm gonna ignore most of it, but I'll tell you what's in the stone because I find that interesting. It is comprised of plagioclase, sericite, chloralized rock fragments, potassium feldspar, calcite, kaolinite, iron oxides, magnetite, clinsosite, leucoazine with quartz, supporting numerous liquid and vapor inclusions and undulatory extinction Raleigh scattering. The Case Raw stone, trademarked, contains all of the energies of the total configuration, although each mineral may not be exhibited separately in each. This certificate is invalid if not embossed. Get over yourself. But this is a beautiful crystal. And I'm so happy that I have one. I have seen them before and I have just always been waiting for my right piece, and this is my right piece and I love it so much. And I haven't worked with it that much and it's kind of an odd shape and size to carry around, but honestly I might turn this into a pendant and just wear it tucked into my shirt for a little bit because I really want it close to me. I really, really want to work with this. I'm being called to it and I'm really excited about it. It's just so beautiful. Oh. One more. This is a lovely piece of calcite. More calcite, I know. But look how beautiful this is. It's like tri-colored, different textures. There's like 3 different worlds in this crystal, and part of it is pink and part of it is purple, and it just has all these amazing points in the middle. It's like this delicious crystal cake slice. Ah, it's just so like, how sick do you guys get of me saying like, oh, it's so beautiful, it's so nice? I just don't know. It just is. They're all nice. They're all beautiful. I can't stop. I can't stop. And all 3 parts feel so different. Like this part just feels very like light and airy down here. And then this part is just, it feels like calcite, like the smoothness and everything like that. And then the top is just like completely different. It's just, I think it's so cool that it's just comprised of all of those different looks and probably energies. So it makes me so happy. These all make me so happy. Crystals make me happier than I already am. Don't depend on anything or anyone else for your happiness. It comes from within. Those are my mountain crystals. I really appreciate you guys stopping by and watching. Thank you so much for being here. I hope you have a great day and I will see you all next time.